All right, ladies and gentlemen, part 2 of the Multiverse of Madness update is here, and with that we have a brand new uniform for the Ancient One. So what I wanted to do today is take some time to show you how she performs at tier 2 and at tier 3 in some PvE content for any of you guys who decide to pick up this uniform and take this character all the way to tier 3. However, a little bit of information before we jump into this video. I don't see Ancient One being a top tier DPS. I do not see her being stronger than Doctor Strange. And I'm making that very clear because she's a blast sorcerer just like Doctor Strange. The role I see her filling for the majority of players out there is that of a leader and a support. So do keep that in mind. Her leadership got a slight increase from 45% to 50%, and they increase the effectiveness of her tier 2 passive. I think with this, she's now effectively become one of the best support systems for the Human Torch or Mephisto, because of the fact that these characters are blast characters and their best CTPs are CTPs of Judgment. This is very important because of the fact that the Judgment doesn't offer any ignore dodge, and ignore dodge is an essential piece of World Boss Legend and other endgame content. So having a 30% ignore dodge increase from her passive here is very beneficial, in addition to a 40% elemental damage buff. In addition to that, 30% additional resistance is very beneficial for World Boss Legend against Mephisto. If you've pushed very highly against Mephisto, you'll know that once you get up into the 40s, he starts doing so much damage that most characters will die right away. However, Ancient One's tier 2 passive is going to be very beneficial for people who are trying to get from 45 to 49, because majority of the blast characters die very quickly. People like Cable, even Cersei, they'll struggle to stay alive. However, if you give Mephisto a 30% increase to his resistance, a 40% increase to his elemental damage, he's looking really good. In addition to that, you give Emma Frost, right? You give Emma Frost, who's a blast character, 50% more energy damage from having Ancient One's leadership, and then a 40% elemental damage buff. Guess what? Your Emma Frost is now hitting real hard. But in addition to that, we have 30% more resistance, making Emma Frost, who's already natively a very tanky character thanks to her third skill, even tankier. So if you use these characters, Ancient One is actually an asset to have for World Boss Legend. However, besides that, I think she's going to be kind of weak and lackluster for the majority of people. So if you're looking for a top tier DPS, I don't see Ancient One being that. I know I have her at tier 2, so some of you guys may be doubting that, but trust me when I say I see these things and I can already tell that she's not going to be a top tier DPS. No accumulation, no super crit. It just doesn't scream I'm gonna hit really hard. Okay, so keep that in mind. Let's jump into this. Let's see how she performs at tier 2. Then we'll take her to tier 3. We'll test her against Null. And if you guys want to see more Ancient One content, I'm more than happy to give her a CTP of Rage, a CTP of Energy, maybe even a Mighty Destruction or whatever, just to give you guys as much information as possible. But I'm gonna give you the God honest truth. Regardless of how she performs here, I am giving her a CTP of Insight as soon as I'm done my testing, and I'm going to use her for what I think she's most valuable for. Valuable English anyways, and that is as a leader and a support system for specific characters. It's even more important to me because of the fact that she is an intricate part of my team for squad battle for the blast female category in the Vibranium League. So today, we're going to use her with a damage proc. Ancient One's never really been proc friendly, but I've found a rotation that works best for me. I'm not going to tell you this is the best rotation. This is just what I've found in the limited testing that I've done so far. However, do keep in mind that Ancient One has guaranteed critical rate in her kit, which means she's built, or has the tools rather, to use a rage or a CTP of rage effectively. So we could transition to that if we need to, but I think she can be proc friendly if you do something like 4 insta cancel, 5 proc on 5, and then you want to go insta cancel 3 and then use the 2. Okay, let's try it out, see how it works. Leave me your thoughts in the comments. Let's get to work, boys. Okay, so the very first boss I want to test Ancient One against is actually Cull Obsidian. I want to see how well she can do here, how fast we can get him down. Let's go 4, insta cancel, proc on the 5, then do the 3, the 2, and the 1. Let's move around. Let's wait for the next rotation. The paralysis, sorry, the time freeze on the 4 is actually very beneficial. Okay. I'll tell you, this is more damage than I've ever seen out of my Ancient One in the entire time I've been playing the game, so this uniform definitely improves her. I'm always tempted to say him because even though Ancient One has been a female for like a very long time in the game anyways, and they changed her to being a female in the movies and stuff, OG Ancient One is a guy, right? So, and that's who I grew up like knowing. But yeah, so it took us 50 seconds to clear here. Not the fastest, but we'll actually have to see how much he improves at tier 3. I have a sneaking suspicion that the tier 3 is just like a waste of time, kind of like Doctor Strange, where you're just sitting there doing all these hand motions and not getting any damage really, but we'll see. Alright, so I want to see how well we do against Thanos. Green Goblin, I believe, took about 3 minutes, actually maybe less than 3 minutes to beat Thanos for me at tier 2 with a proc. So I'm hoping for something close to that. Okay. If we could get the 4 back right here and then proc on 5. And then just keep spamming the 4. Oh. The dream. I wanted to see if we could just keep him time frozen, you know? Okay. Don't ask me why I'm like jerking like that. I don't know. Okay? I don't know. Thing about using all of Ancient One's skills is that sometimes there's residual damage left over and it might trigger your proc early. Okay. Let's not get killed by doing stupid stuff, but I like how she moves. Hello? Okay. Okay, so decent damage even after we can no longer apply defense down. I think only one of her skill had defense down. Okay, the proc didn't activate there. That's kind of unfortunate. Come on, hurry up. Come on. Come on. Interestingly enough, don't you guys think Ancient One's tier 2 passive should have been increase all damage by 40%? Since Ancient One has no elemental skills at all. So her passive doesn't even help her. Like in terms of doing more damage, it does nothing for her. Like she gets the extra resistance and the ignore dodge. But in terms of doing more damage, yeah, her own tier 2 passive doesn't do that. Okay. Okay, so she's not terribly slow. That was like 2 minutes and 10 seconds. That's not bad, right? Maybe we could scale that. I'm impressed. A little bit, a little bit. I still don't think she's gonna be a top tier DPS, but that's faster than I thought she would get. Okay, so let's actually tier 3 her. As you can see right here, we're getting a decent stat bump, but it's not anything crazy. Okay, so her tier 3 animation is the same as like her skill animation. Okay. Walking Truth. Ooh, okay. Exactly 200. Check that out, boys. Okay, so we got 26,000 HP, which is definitely not a lot. And our energy attack went up by 12,000, which is a decent amount. I think the highest I've seen anybody get from their tier 3 is about 15,000, so 12 is not that bad. I've seen some character get like 9,000, which is kind of pathetic. Or maybe I'm getting it mixed up with the Transcended. I don't know, but I know 12k is not that bad. Yeah, that was good. Bro, I can't even cancel the tier 3. Yeah, he's always gonna get this because I can't keep him time frozen. Yeah, I don't think I can get this much faster. Alright, so we got 425, so 35 seconds from 50 seconds. So we shaved off 15 seconds off our time by getting the tier 3. So that 12k made a difference, but I think we could have done it faster if we could just keep him from going through the cutscene like we did previously. Alright boys, let's see how well we do against Thanos. Ideally, we would want this to be like 90 seconds or less. Kind of like just one tap in every phase. Can we... Come on. Oh, I wanted to try and see if we could like just keep iframing and time freezing and just keep them perpetually locked down. Unfortunately, that was not the case. Okay, see if the tier 3 does anything. Not really. Not really, bro. Wow. And if we're too far away, only a small piece of the 5th skill will actually touch the boss. Oh my gosh. You gotta be right in front of them. Oh my gosh, okay. Yeah, definitely a lead and a support. I'm seeing it. Hello? Okay, that was a decent amount of damage. Thanos, if you don't chill, bro. Okay, I almost walked into that, but we made it. Yo, why is this man chasing me down? Ebony, throw your stones out, bro. Okay. Hurry up, buddy. Can we just kill him right here? Nope. Yo, the second half of the tier 3 does nothing. And like these things that spawn, these little circles or whatevers, they do nothing, bro. Okay? Looks like they do nothing, a whole heap of nothing. So like 2 minutes. Okay, so that was like a minute 45. Okay, but in today's meta, I'd like more. By the way, just to show you guys what I was talking about previously, this is what Ancient One now uses in this uniform as a striker. Previously, she would use her 3rd skill, and that skill actually had debuff removal on it. So this is kind of a nerf, and I'm kind of sad about it. I think they should have kept it the same. If you see right here, debuff removal, and this would linger on the field. So even though it says 1 second, it would linger for like 4, 5, 6 seconds, which was really clutch for dealing with the Blade Twister, the Toxic Meteor, and all that stuff. So as a striker now, you're gonna have to go back and forth between using her uniforms. Okay, so I'm not really expecting much because I'm convinced that she is solely for the purpose of like buffing other characters, but the bars are moving, so it's always a good sign. We got knockback there. Get off the field, Deathlock, you insect. Okay, let's go. You know what, the damage is actually not looking terrible. We have stun immunity. I can't find her though. I have no idea where she was. She was just like hiding or something. Well, I'll be damned. So she did that in 40 seconds. That's actually not too bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, it's not like, oh my god, that's so OP. But like, that's actually okay, we're keeping Null in check, so that's good. I would have liked to actually land a proc on the tier 3, but Null got pushed away, I believe by Blue Dragon or somebody. Happens when you use her. I think Blue Dragon and Thor, they're really annoying because, like, against Mephisto, it can be beneficial sometimes to push him away from you and stop him from killing you, but against Null, sometimes it gets pushed out of the range of your skills and stuff, so I'm gonna have to just use the tier 3 here. You know what? That's actually not too bad on the damage. Wow. Bro, was I wrong? Is Ancient One actually gonna clutch up and actually, like, am I gonna have to eat my words, bro? Is she actually a DPS? Boys, this is a shocker right here. We have iframe ignore on the tier 3. Yep, we do, because I can target him, as you can see as I tap the tier 3 there. Wow. So how about I just, let me see how much damage we get off the regular rotation. Not bad, not bad. Wow. Now, will I die if I try to use, oh wow. I don't know why she just decided to use the tier 3. Okay. I am not the one who used the tier 3, I promise you. It did kind of give me a little bit of damage, so that's good. But I'm not the one who used it. For some reason, when I came out of the cutscene, it was already being used. But 222 for stage 19 is actually not terribly bad. I'm gonna say it's not terribly bad, okay? This is still an obelisk. I'm impressed. I was fully expecting to come in here and have her fail. Okay, so we're gonna do stage 24 against Mephisto. Keep in mind, I'm the same guy that always tells you 1% pierce per level. I have 25% pierce on my cards. So for me, for a character to be considered good, right, I need to see at least 24-ish from them before I give them a CTP. Let's rock. Also, okay, we missed the proc there because some of the hits were left over, and the leftovers actually triggered the proc. Not very much damage, it looks like, from that tier 3. Okay. Not too sure if maybe I shouldn't use as many skills because it's Mephisto and we don't want to, like, irritate him. So he's like a sword. Ooh, okay. I guess we were doing decent damage. Okay. I'm gonna get the boss from the 4 and the 5 carried over onto the tier 3. You can see what I'm talking about, how Mephisto is kind of problematic, right? Where he hits you when you're in iframe, and that long iframe on the tier 3 will get you killed at higher stages. But the what I will say is, whew, the resistance actually makes a difference, boys. Come on, come on, proc trigger, trigger. It's a long skill. Okay, she's still in it. Look at this. She's still in the bloody tier 3. Yeah. Thank goodness for that 30% extra resistance, because I think without it, would have been dead. I will say she's actually impressing me. I wouldn't say like god tier, amazing, you know, like blow you away, but I was definitely not expecting her to be able to do 24. She is surpassing my expectations. But again, I set them very low. So, well, actually, you know what? I didn't, because 24 is the minimum that I usually set. Okay, let me see if I can we can actually sit in the iframe. It's a full iframe too, which is actually quite beautiful, because you can see that Mephisto wasn't moving at all. The heal was decent, 9k each time. Okay. How much damage can we get before we get knocked out? Okay. I canceled early because I didn't want to get stunned. So I just triggered the 5th skill to get debuff removal so we couldn't be stunned. Okay. Let's see if we can kill him here. Oh, okay. You know what? This is actually better. No! I missed the proc. I forgot we had stun immunity too. Can the proc trigger again? No. The second half of the tier 3 doesn't hit that hard. And I think all those things that she summons are unnecessary. They don't do anything. So I think after the first like couple seconds, you might be able to just cancel out of her tier 3. Because like looking at it, let me know in the comments, guys. It seems as though after the first few seconds, the damage that you get by simply sitting in the iframe and having her finish that incantation or that spell or whatever might not be worth it. You might be better off just going back into your 4 cancel 5 rotation. But I am still figuring out the character, so more testing will be done. All of that was with a 200% damage proc, so take from it what you will. I will say that she definitely surprised me better than I anticipated, considering there's no damage accumulation or anything like super busted in the character's kit.